You too. Ricky Fontaine from the Memphis 10, and I am on one yet again. And what I am on today, we talking about Hollywood. Hollywood? We talking about Hollywood.
But we talking about practice, man. What are we talking about?
All right. Look, we're about to get into some things that has come out since The Color Purple, Taraji, Henson, and all of that good stuff. So let's get to it. Okay, Fontaine family, look, I appreciate you guys rocking with my previous video and checking out this video here today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for content kind of like this and some other stuff that I want to do here in the coming days or whatever. So keep an eye out turn your notifications on, do all the other stuff, and when I release something, you'll know about it, right? You can be able to check me out, okay? So what I want to talk about today is The Color Purple, okay? The new one, 2023/2024 Color Purple, has brought out some things that you kind of just forget about the movie almost and start to kind of dig into what's really going on in Hollywood with our black actors and actresses. I sat back and I watched some of these interviews, and I decided to do a video about this because it brings up a great point that I don't know if anybody's going to do anything about it or what is being done behind the scenes that we don't know about. But our people are getting paid, they are. But when you look at other races, in some cases genders, they're getting a lot more money than some of our prestige actors and actresses that you know and that you love. So I want to kind of break down some things here. I got a video that I want to check out with Jemele Hiil, what up Jemele, and Taraji, that goes over her opinions on where the pay is when it comes to African American women versus their counterparts and things like that. So I'm going to kind of get through this snippet of this interview. It's actually a longer interview. I'll put the link in the description or whatever for Jemele's, I guess it was on Jemele's Unbothered podcast on YouTube or whatever. It was good information, but I'm just going to do a little snippet and hear what she has to say, but also bring up some facts and things that I've heard and read when it comes to this. Pretty interesting stuff. Let's get to it.
That is something that you've been very vocal about, is pay equity. It was you talked about an experience in your book, Around the Way Girl, which you probably can't see it, but it's like right there in my library.
Right off the bat, I don't like that sound on Jemele. It's a better quality mics out here. But I like her work though. But that mic gotta go. Petty.
You talked about the Benjamin Buttons experience that you had, finding out that you were making 2% of what Brad Pitt was making, and you had to pay for your own travel, right, or your own accommodations once you were there shooting.
2% of what Brad Pitt was making. That's crazy. And that was for Benjamin Button. And spoiler alert, I have never seen that movie and never really wanted to.
Look at white people.
Probably get killed in the comments for some of my people who've seen it and love that movie, but I okay. But she was in it.
In New Orleans, correct?
Let me tell you how it works. So they give you an allowance, right? They give you an allowance to find yourself somewhere to live. At the time, I didn't have a team to do all of that for me. Now I have a team. I don't have to deal with that. They make sure I get where I want to live, blah, blah, blah. But at the time, I wasn't where I am today. And so they gave me money to look for a place to live, but you got to remember they only paid me $150,000. Now let me break this down for you, because I remember people, $150, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, of course, especially for somebody like myself who wanted to get into Hollywood and they threw $150 at me. Yeah, I would think that would be cool. But now let's get to the point of what the $150,000 really is.
Let me break it down. 150 tax is 50% of that. Okay. So 150, 50% of that is what, 75?
Yep.
And then I got to pay another 30% of that to my team. So then what's left? The next thing I have to pay is for my son's school at the time, which was $30,000. So you see, that was not enough money to last me throughout the year. I didn't get the whole $150,000 like you think up front. That was what I got after taxes.
And see, that's what it is. You know, people go man, people go on these game shows and they just like, oh, I won, you know, this. Not so fast, my friend. You see, the government is going to get theirs. Okay, and depending on how much money you work for, you win and stuff like that, you are going to get hit. You are going to get smashed by the government paying those taxes. In this particular case, like she said, 150,000, wow, man, and then you get hit right off the top by 50%. All right, 75. Okay, hell, I'd say 75. However, you got a team of people that help you get to where you are when it comes to helping you finding your place to stay, all of that other stuff. You got to pay them too. So another 30% of that to that. So let's see. That's y'all do the math. It's, you know, whatever. But anyway, I think that's going to get her down to maybe close to $30,000 to $40,000. That's 2% of what Brad Pitt got, pretty much. It's crazy. That's crazy.
It's not 150,000. And so when it came time for me to do the math, I was like, do I take this, whatever money they gave me for my allowance to find somewhere to live and live lavishly in New Orleans, or do I pocket that money because I need it and I'm gonna go live in the damn embassy suites for these 3 months or whatever, you know? And because I'm the type of artist I am, I had to swallow my pride. I really had to swallow my pride because that is such an injustice. And all we were asking for was 500,000. That's all we were asking for.
What does
And so then back then you're asking for 500,000, which is probably not bad when Benjamin Button came out. I'm not sure where her book of work was during that time, but I think that she would probably be cool to get that, in my opinion. Because, you know, Taraji do her thing. Like, we know, you know, movies that she's had. You know, everybody remember Baby Boy. She was Cookie Lion, Proud Mary. She was in all kind of different movies and stuff. So she knows her way around the industry pretty much. But that pay just ain't there, according to them. You know what I'm saying? So before I get back into the video, I am going to read some other stuff that has been going on when it comes to black entertainers and what they're being paid. So again, Taraji has been talking about what's been going on. She's not the only one. You know, she said something like this. I'm just going to read this and I'll probably throw this up on the screen so you guys can check it out. But she was recently quoted in Vibe by saying, "I'm just tired of working so hard and being gracious at what I do and getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over." You get tired. I hear people go, you know, you work a lot. Well, I have to. The math ain't mathing. When you start working a lot, you have a team. Big bills come with that. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do it alone. It's a whole team of us and they have to get paid. She goes on to say, I'm only human. Every time I do something and break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again. Like I never did what I just did or what I just did. And I'm tired. It wears on you. What does that mean? You know, what is that telling me? I can't fight for them coming up behind me. You know, what the heck am I doing? She didn't say heck, but, you know, she used the good old F word, Freddie. So what does that mean? Is it just, you know, Taraji that's going through these things? I beg to differ. I'm going to come back and tell you some other people and what they say about it as well, because this is kind of bringing some light to some things. And again, I told you guys in my other video, 2024, some things going to be changing because a lot of people are fed up with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you kind of don't blame them. Enough is enough, right? Wouldn't you be tired?
The fight for pay equity look like for black actresses now?
It's still a fight. You know, it's still a fight. Even me coming off of this show that a black show hasn't done this since Cosby Show, Empire. And I still have to fight. I'm like, but people, you saw what those numbers did and you're questioning what? Then there was some research done. I can't remember which publication it was in, where they actually showed who was getting paid, where, on what networks. And these white girls, I mean, it was some young woman, actress on a cable show, like some obscure cable network, getting $500,000 an episode.
$500K an episode. I need to find that article because that's ridiculous. I would like to know that. I couldn't find it as I'm doing research in this and trying to get this stuff together for this video, man. I couldn't find the article, but I'm going to continue to dig because that is crazy. 500,000 for that show. Come on, man.
We're on major network. The #1 show, killing the game. I didn't get that. By the time it was said and done, I never got to 500,000. And it lasted 6 seasons. Like,
Empire was that show. Everybody watched Empire. And they were on 6 seasons. Now, I didn't finish the last season because I'm not going to even lie, I did get tired of it. It's more the same. But I'm not going to knock the show, though, because they did their thing. But you mean to tell me that being on Fox didn't get these people paid what they were worth? I'm sorry, that's crazy. That's ignorant.
You know, so it's just stuff like that is like, well, I mean, like Viola, she's like, okay, well, I did this, I went out and got this award, that award, that award, that award. What else do I have to do? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like...
Speaking of Viola, let's go check out what Viola had to say. Viola's not How to Get Away with Murder. She's been in a lot of stuff. She even went over to DC Comics and doing her thing over there. You know, the Help. She's been in a lot of things, so she paid her dues. And this is what Viola had to say. What they're getting paid, which is half of what a man is getting paid. Remember, we talked about gender as well. Well, we get probably 1/10 of what a Caucasian woman gets. And I'm #1 on the call sheet. And she is. She didn't pay her dues, so everybody's coming after her. She said, I got an Oscar, I got an Emmy, and I got 2 Tonys. I've done Broadways, I've done off-Broadway, I've done TV, I've done film, I've done it all. And yet, I'm nowhere near them. Not as far as money, not as far as in job opportunities. Nowhere close to it. People say you're the black Meryl Streep. You are, and we love you. We love you. There is no one like you. Okay, then if there's no one like me, if you think that I'm that, you pay me what I'm worth. Give me what I'm worth. And then she went on. The article went on to say that she went on to get a Grammy in 2023, and now she's an EGOT. You know, EGOT is the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony. Okay, a lot of people shoot for that. Not everybody's able to get it.
Into when you're black, you have to be 2 times, 3 times as better as your white counterpart to even be recognized as on the level.
I made over $10 million on Amazon. If I lost it all and had to rebuild in today's AI age, here's exactly what I would do. First, I would use AI to find a popular...
It's crazy. It's crazy. I know that I am about $100 million behind my white counterparts, and I've been in the game for like over 20 years. I'm very grateful for my position, and I know what my artistry and how important art is, and how important and how people in the art saved my life. You know, so I try not to get caught up in that kind of, because a lot of times that's ego. So I just have to put my blinders back on and stay focused on my path and what I talk to my God about and what I...
Ego. There's a fine line between cocky and confident. But I mean, if you got to believe in yourself. If you got to toot your own horn. You got to believe in yourself. As some people call it cocky or whatever it is, what it is. But you're confident in what you do.
I wanted to accomplish on this journey. And I think I'm doing a great job. I think I'm, I don't try to compare myself to other people. I big up people when they make it, and because When one makes it, we all make it. That's how I feel. I don't compete. I love to see everybody win, you know, not just.
I wish, in my Carl Thomas voice. I wish that everyone was like that. We cannot celebrate each other for some reason. Damn it. Like, if one person does well, you should applaud that person. You should push that person to keep going. You shouldn't tear them down. You shouldn't tear down another platform just because they had an artist over there that got 50 million views and you didn't get a chance to do that. You shouldn't do that. Yeah, and some of y'all know who I'm talking about, but then some of y'all may not know. But whatever. As black people, we cannot celebrate other black people doing well sometimes. We just cannot. And I just can't understand it for the life of me. Like she said, when one person do well, we all do well. That should be the main thing. You make the main thing, all of us doing well. One of y'all eat, that's good. Be happy for each other. But don't just take this time to, man, tear somebody else down, man, because you don't have, or you don't do what you supposed to do. That's irritating, bro. Irritating. I'm gonna drop the link in the description so you can check out the rest of the interview. It's pretty dope interview. Good job by Jemele Hiil on her podcast and stuff like that. But she said what she said, okay? The pay is not right. And these women work their butt off to get to where they are, and yet they still don't see the fruits of their labor. Another person that said something about this that everybody gave grief to back some time ago, that was one of the first ones to say it, but we pushed her off as calling her crazy and jealous and stuff like that, was Monique.
Hey, my sweet babies. Hey, my sweet babies. Hey, my sweet baby.
Monique said this back in the day. To ask me about a trophy is really irrelevant. It's just a trophy. I'll take that trophy. Man, an Oscar to have an Oscar. Anyway, whatever. It's just a trophy. It's just a trophy, but why is there such a pay gap? If there's a black film coming out and it's an all black cast, why is it a low budget film? The offers I oftentimes received are less than I got 11 years ago, and that's before I won an Oscar. This was back in 2016, she said. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. And we got another one, Gabrielle Union. When this whole stuff came out with Taraji, she went right out there and pretty much co-signed what it said. Not a damn lie is told. Not a damn lie. We go to bat for the next generation, hell, our own generation and above. We don't hesitate to be the change that we all need to see, and it takes a toll on our mind, health, soul, and career if we're keeping it 100. But as soon as you say something about it, you're greedy or you're selfish or you're hard to work with. You know, it's sad that we have to do our black women like that, and it's sad that we have to be done like that as well as black men, or trying to fight what we feel like we're worth. And I think about it as like this: whatever craft that you have, and whatever it is you do, you have to pay. I mean, they have to pay you your worth, and you want that. I'm thinking about a barber. That, first of all, my haircuts then went up. That's crazy. Even though I shaved my hair, I'm bald. My hairline is, now I'm not one of those ones that's gonna hold on to that and stuff like it's gone. We'll holler. I look better bald than I like my body. Anyway,
I look better with no hair. Ugh.
You pay a barber. You're not paying a barber in 2024 what you were paying him in 2004. You're not doing that. Times have changed, right? And the barbers want what they feel like they deserve. So why is it that black actors and actresses can't do the same thing? What are we doing? It doesn't make any sense. Let's check this one out. So I'm just gonna go through a list of TV shows and actors and stuff that we may know and see and tell you how much these people got. Okay. Let's start off with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. The show was called The Morning Show. This was back in 2019. The young ladies got $2 million per episode. This is per episode now. Per episode. Charlie Sheen, 2.5 Men. 1.8 million per episode from 2010 to 2011. See, Kelsey Grammer for Frasier, back in 2002 to 2004, he got 1.6 million a show. Tim Allen, Home Improvement, back in 98-99, got 1.25 million. See some other stuff on here. The cast of Friends: Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matt LeBlanc, David Schwimmer, R.I.P. Matthew Perry. Got $1 million an episode. Now, Jennifer Aniston on this list twice so far that I've read. See some other good shows and stuff that I watch. The guy from Sopranos, James Gandolfini. Hope I know, they don't come get me if I'm saying your name wrong. 1 million an episode. All of these people on here, white. Not trying to bring up race, but come on, man. Like Viola Davis for First Lady back in 2021, the show that's going on, because she's getting $600K an episode. The money is out there. The money is out there, and I don't understand for the life of me why they're not sharing. Why they're not sharing? What is it about a black actor or actress that pushes people away of giving them their just due? I read something else that I want to read to you guys right here that's pretty cool. I got this from marketingbrew.com or whatever, and it says diverse casts in TV shows on both linear and streaming are more likely to attract diverse viewers, but on-screen representation in popular programming is still lacking according to data from Samba TV. The research, which analyzed TV viewership from the beginning of 2023 through May 1st and conducted a nationwide survey, found a positive correlation of 43% between diverse households tuning in into programming and the diversity of the show's cast, which may have implications for media companies and advertisers looking to court diverse customer bases. So basically, what it's saying is that if you have a diverse cast, you got, Caucasian, African American, Hispanics, Native American, Asians, whatever. If you got a cast that pretty much has, all that's represented well, a lot of people are going to tune into that because now you're pulling from different races. Did I want to say that right? Am I saying right? Yeah, well, you know what I mean. It's pulling everybody in because we're showing unity. We're showing a diverse group of actors. The viewership and stuff is going to be different. It's going to be off the chain because you have different people and stuff in there. Here's another thing. 2/3 of black audiences say that they were likely to watch programming where they see themselves represented. Shows with higher proportion of black, Hispanic, Asians, or white leads were correlated with attracting more viewers of the same ethnicity. I'm going to practice that word. I'm not going to be on here sounding stupid. Among streaming shows with the highest percentage of non-white leads, nearly one, including shows like Beef and FX Snowfall, which was a dope show, over-indexed among households where ethnicities were similar to the top billed cast. I've never watched Friends really until like maybe last year. And I sat down and I actually gave it a shot because, I was in the break room. I didn't have anything to do or whatever. So I gave it a shot and it was actually pretty damn funny. It was funny. And I think that sometimes we just kind of not knowing what you're doing or whatever, but you kind of stick to what you know. Some people go and they know that their show's on, on BET or whatever, and other people go to CBS and watch their TV shows. You stick to what you know sometimes. And I think it's unconsciously that you do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is where this comes from, because what they're saying is that audiences were more likely to watch programming that see themselves represented. And it's crazy that it's like that, but here we are. And when you have that viewership and you have that backing, there's money that comes behind it, and that money's going to go to them. But in the case of Empire that we talked about, 6 years running strong, the money wasn't there. But the viewers, the numbers and stuff were dope, and people were tuning in, calling radio stations and stuff about this show. But I don't know. It's pretty frustrating. I wanted to be in Hollywood once upon a time. And with all this crap that's been coming out about what these actors and actresses have gone through and what people are doing to get seen or get their foot in the door and stuff like that, I wonder God didn't bless me with that. Because I'm not finna do a doggone thing that's gonna make me look back at myself and wonder what the hell I was doing. No, we're not doing that. But then, all in all, guys, we have to pay attention to this stuff. We have to champion each other. We have to fight for our brothers and our sisters to go out and get the money they deserve. Again, most people are going to probably stop this video and they're going to look at, this is a race thing and stuff like that. It's not. what's right is what's right. If you have a person that's good at their craft, you want to be paid as such. You want to be paid as such, right? So why can't our black women and black men, the actors and actresses, do the same? Everybody love everybody. Hell, go watch a show. Watch a show on a channel you ain't never seen. I don't really watch CBS shows. I don't know why. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Diversify, people. Check out some things. You never know what you may or may not like, all right? Look, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for other content just like this. I really appreciate you guys rocking with me through this or whatever. But I wanted to talk about this because it needs to be put out there. More work needs to be done in Hollywood. 2024, now it's the time to go ahead and go out there and clean this shit up because there's some work that needs to be done. All right, look, I'm Ricky Fontaine, representing Memphis. Holla at y'all.